ギシャへ連れて行く。貴様の相手はそれからだ。
Okay, so that was a clip from the latest episode of Kenshin. Finally caught up here. So, that was part 2 of the fight between Raijuta and Kenshin. And as you can see right there, as I was saying in the previous review, Raijuta is pretty OP. I mean, he has that, he swings his sword and stuff goes a-flying. The wind just starts cutting people. He cuts little Yutaro there. But before that, I mean, Kenshin's having to dodge the attacks. I mean, there's some serious attacks. And Kenshin even hits him with some of that hit 10 Mutsurugi. And it doesn't even really do much. That attack that Kenshin hit him with would have laid out Sanosuke, Aoshi, pretty much anybody previously. And Raijuta, he took it. So he has a lot of power, even though he doesn't have the speed of an Aoshi or the skill. And that's his downfall. And the next fight we're going to get is going to be next week. Well, actually, it's going to be this week, tomorrow, which I think will be the conclusion of this arc, a little bit shorter than in the original 90s anime. One thing that's pretty cool that I like that they added as at the beginning of this episode, we got an extra fight scene, kind of a pre-fight between Kenshin and Raijuta, which was pretty cool to see. And, they're swinging at each other. And, we never, I'm pretty sure, I don't even think this happened in the manga. This was completely new fight scene that we got here. And again, Kenshin's having the dodge and, he breaks his sword. Very similar to, Kenshin versus Sojiro fight, which, will happen later on. Spoilers for the people who didn't see. But yeah, it was really cool. We got a little bit more into the backstory of Raijuta as well. So Yutaro, basically, the reason he admires him is because Raijuta saved him and his father from some robbers, but then we find out that Raijuta hired the robbers to rob them so that he could stage a fake robbery, get in good with Yutaro's rich father, and basically try to use his money and influence to lead a rebellion against Japan and usher in a new age of the samurai and no more bamboo swords. He hates bamboo swords. Now, a lot of people, again, like I said in the previous review, they don't like Raijuta as a villain. I kind of enjoy him. He has a cool look to him. He's kind of like the Broly of Kenshin, although he doesn't have the speed. But he's kind of like the original Z Broly. He's just this evil, menacing monster with incredible power and very OP. And he's the only guy in the series that can, basically cut you with the wind. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So, he's kind of an underrated villain in my opinion. But I really enjoyed this episode. That the animation was fantastic. Yutaro at the end, he does get taken to a doctor, and it turns out, he's gonna be fine. Yep. But he won't be able to use his arm anymore, which is very sad because Karu was training him this episode, and they kind of had a little thing going on with where he was going to be kind of like the second, Yaiko you can kind of think of, like he was going to be the next Yaiko, but nicer, essentially. Like he was going to be the anti-Yaiko, and him and Yaiko, they had a really good dynamic, and now that he can't wield the sword, that's kind of sucks. So we're going to get to see some more of that. But I just wanted to do this review. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And, we're going to get the conclusion to this arc, I think, in next episode, which I think this is kind of shorter than the 90s anime, but hey, it is what it is. Again, the animation was great. But, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow on TikTok. We recently hit 3,000 likes on TikTok. And wherever you are, have a fantastic day.